Yesterday, my daughter, she's 5, she came home from school and she was so excited because yesterday, she said tomorrow, but today they were going to be able to watch the inauguration in class as like a whole class all together. They were going to watch President-elect Trump's inauguration. And she was excited. And the reason why she's excited is not because she loves Trump. It's not because she's excited Obama's leaving. It's because it's history. It is part of our country. It is part of our lives. Like, this is a big deal. Whether you like him or not, it is a big deal. And so it's always a big deal whenever we get a new president. I remember it being a big deal every single time. And so it hurt I was excited that she was excited. I love that she was excited. But I got nervous. I got very nervous very quickly because I was afraid of what she was going to see on the TV. I was afraid that instead of seeing the protocol and seeing the beauty of an inauguration and seeing how amazing our country is whenever it comes to transition of power, that peaceful transition of power is part of what makes our country so great. And I don't mean to say that it's great. I don't mean to say that that it's great or it needs to be great or it's gonna be great or it used to be great or whatever. I don't mean to say any of that. I just mean that it's part of what makes our country so unique. It's not so unique anymore. I mean, there's other democratic countries now, but whenever it started, that's what made it so special. And so I was excited that she wanted to experience that, even if she didn't understand what all of that was. But I got so nervous because of what she was going to see on TV. I was worried that she was going to see an assassination, or an assassination attempt is what I was really worried about. But then I also got worried, what if the newscast that they show decides to share their opinions about things? What if the newscast decides to show all the protests and all the chaos that's going on? I don't want her to see that, because I don't want her to think that that's okay to do. It is not okay to go walk down a street and smash people's windows. That is not okay. It is not okay to burn buildings. That's not okay either. It is not okay to be disrespectful to the cops. That is not okay. And I do not want her to think in any circumstance that that is an appropriate response, because it's not. And so I was very worried about how she was going to react, and I was very worried about what she was going to be exposed to, and therefore I was worried about her watching the inauguration. I just think it's so sad that I needed to be worried about something like that. I needed to be worried about my 5-year-old being exposed to violence. I don't think that that should be a problem. And mostly my problem would be with the media, I guess, because I don't know, I just guess it is. But I'm very upset with the protesters and the way that they're reacting. A protest is supposed to be peaceful. It's not. It's not peaceful anymore. I was watching it on Facebook, and on Facebook they had, like, it was on Facebook Live where it was streaming and people could comment and stuff like that, which is really, it's really a cool thing if you think about it. But it's also just a place for idiots to put out their opinions and not have to worry about who they're affecting, and it's just so sad. And the things that I read from both sides were so ridiculous. Like, for example, there was someone who probably, I don't know, but probably voted for Trump, who was saying some horribly racist things. And then there was someone who probably voted for Clinton, who was saying some horribly racist things. And so I don't understand how, well, no, that's not true. It just makes me sad because no one is listening to anybody. And I said this on the day that he got elected. I did another little thing like this where my opinion on all of it, because my opinion about who won the election and who's our president doesn't matter. And your opinion about who won our election and who the president is does not matter, because he's the president. It doesn't matter if you like him. It doesn't matter if you hate him. It doesn't matter any of that. So I think that's where my problem is that people think that their opinion on this matters, and it doesn't. And so that's my opinion, which also doesn't matter, but that's my opinion on all of this, is that people think that they're so special that their opinion just needs to be heard and needs to be acknowledged by everybody because their opinion's gonna save the world. I understand that this is what I'm doing. I get the irony in this. Mine might save the world, yeah, I don't know. The problem is that people share their opinions in ugly ways, and it's not a constructive thing. It goes back to, if you can't say something nice, then don't say anything at all. That's what it all comes back to. And so I think that the only way that we're gonna make America great again, because I don't think that it's great, I really don't. And I know that some people say it never was great, and on some level it probably wasn't. It's kind of America's like an onion. I'm just kidding. But I mean, it is. It really is like an onion. Like, just because it could be good in every way other than one way, and the only people who are affected by that one way are the people who are going to say that it's awful, whenever 97% of the rest of America think that it's amazing. So it just, everything is relative, and it's so frustrating that nobody gets that. And as of right now, I don't think that it's great. And the reason why I don't think that it's great is because I feel like whenever I'm like just right now, whenever I'm talking to you guys right now, I am having feelings that somebody is gonna hear this and somebody is gonna think that I'm a horrible person. I'm scared of that. I am scared that somebody's gonna get on the internet and come after me because they are so offended by what I've said. So that is what I'm upset about. Like, that's why I think that it's not great anymore, because people can't say what they want to say, even whenever what they're wanting to say is attempting to be constructive. If you are out there spewing just hate and ugliness and just saying things that are so mean, and you're only trying to get a response like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that, or if you are out there saying things that you're only objective. If you're only objective whenever you're making a comment, and I don't mean like tick 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 comment, I mean even out of your mouth. If your only objective is to hurt somebody's feelings, then shut up. You don't need to talk. That's what I wanted to say. It doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter any of that stuff, because honestly, your life's not really gonna change that much. I remember whenever Obama first got elected, and people, especially around here, were super scared. I mean, it came off as angry and upset and racist. People get scared whenever something changes, and so they get angry because they don't know how to deal with their fear. The only way that we're gonna make America great again is to teach our kids to be better. That's it. What I'm talking about is teaching them that another life is just as important as theirs, and another mind is just as important as theirs. And it's important to teach your kids this. It's important that they learn this. The very basis of what we need to be teaching our children who are gonna grow up and make America great again, because I don't have faith that my generation's gonna do it, because my generation sucks. But the only way we're gonna do this is to teach our children that, one, there's only two things. It's only two things. One, don't say anything if you can't say something nice or constructive. Sometimes you need to say something that somebody's not gonna like. People aren't always gonna like what you have to say, and sometimes you have to say it. But you don't have to be ugly. You can say things that somebody doesn't like without being ugly, and that is very important. As long as you're being constructive and attempting to be helpful, then you're more than welcome to say something that is not nice. Number two is treat other people the way that you want to be treated. If you want to be treated a certain way, put that out there. Be that person. If you want people to treat you with respect, then you better respect everybody else. You cannot expect other people to be better than you. You have to set the bar for what you expect out of everybody else. That's how that works. So you need to show people, one, how you deserve to be treated, and two, how you expect to be treated, so that you can get that in return. And not everybody's gonna treat you that way. Not everybody's being raised like you are. Not everybody's gonna raise their kids the way way that you raise your kids. That's not how that works. Life does not work like that. It is not a pretty little pattern, but it works if you choose to accept it. And if you choose to accept that people are still gonna be mean to you, but you're not gonna be mean, then that's just how life is gonna happen. Now my daughter has a problem with this because she thinks that, because it's very natural, it's a natural inclination to want to treat people the way that they treat you. It's very natural. If somebody is being snotty to you or yelling at you, you want to yell back or be snotty. That is a very natural thing. You need to take in whatever's happening to you and think about it before you act on it. And that's how you'll be able to treat other people the way that you want to be treated instead of the way that they're treating you. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope that I was able to help maybe somebody who's having a hard time dealing with this. I probably didn't. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like, you know, I'm saving the world or anything, but I just wanted to get my 2 cents out there because I think that there's a lot of people who need to hear it from somebody because somebody is not saying it to them. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked today's vlog, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll probably see you tomorrow. Bye.